All right, welcome to the latest edition of the FPL America podcast. This is David Smith.
Travis Oig.
We're the light blue gang.
Good call there. That was not planned. But Brian, you always get. Oh, you're wearing your West Ham shirt tonight.
It's one of the last
you're repping
weeks.
The Hammers.
It's one of the last weeks I can wear this with any. Well, I can't even wear it with any confidence or.
Okay.
Those hammers are delicately poised on your nipples. Is that what's holding them up?
That's why I wear it.
Interesting.
Amazing. Travis,
West Ham.
Interesting week. I had mentioned, ironically, unfortunately, no one that at least I know of came up to the North Carolina State Fair where I was last weekend, as we said on the last pod.
Were we surprised?
Well, we weren't surprised because no one heard last pod.
That's right. I forgot.
So no one heard it.
No.
So I'm gonna say it again today.
Yeah.
And the
Good
reason
idea.
why
I'll put them both out when I'll do it tomorrow.
Right.
I will. It'll get out.
Listen, life happens. Oftentimes on this podcast, there's been plenty of times where things happen and
It always happens to me though.
Pods don't get out. Well, no, it's happened to me plenty. So Travis sends a message on Slack. Sorry guys, not gonna be able to get the pod out. Life has happened today. Travis, you don't have to go into the big details.
Yeah,
you can tell our audience what happened.
Yeah,
Again, you don't have to go into all the details.
I tried really hard to die.
No. All right.
I didn't.
Travis is driving down the road.
I dropped the kids off at school, and I was going to work on Friday. We recorded on Thursday. I wasn't tired. I was fine. It was early in the morning. Driving down the road, and a medical supply van pulls out in front of me.
Loaded with oxygen tanks.
Well, I didn't find that out until I locked my brakes, hit it, knocked it on its side.
Unbelievable.
If I would have hit it square, T-boned it, I wouldn't be here. You guys would be doing a memorial episode right now.
Let's not talk.
It was like he said there was like 25 oxygen tanks in there. He was transporting.
Unbelievable.
Anyways,
That's
the good news
wild.
is my Jeep is stout, and it won the battle. I wasn't at fault. My Jeep might not make it, but all that to say, a lot has been going on. Dealing with that, dealing with the one-car family now.
Yeah.
Kids have activities. My wife has places she needs to be. I have places I need to be. And, we are fortunate enough to have two vehicles, and we don't right now. So things got real interesting for us. But one of the priorities I did not make was publishing what we recorded on last Thursday.
Anyway, so I'm going to say it again. The North Carolina State Fair is going. I was there last weekend, helping out family friends work in the Golden K-Dog food truck.
Family friends and mini league participation.
And mini league Aaron, absolutely. Yeah. Mini league Aaron. So my wife has been down there all week. Me and one of my daughters are going back down there Thursday night and to work Friday, Saturday. So if you come, and Travis checked last week, there's plenty of people in North Carolina that listen. If you come by the stand, mention the podcast and or ask for me.
His name is David.
And I'll hook you up with some free food.
There it is. And he probably won't spit in it.
Oh, yeah.
No, it will be hot, melt your face off. Thanks, Dave Portnoy. Hot.
Delicious.
And
the stuff that they have in that truck is kind of incredible.
The one that's unbelievable is their new one that they just launched at the North Carolina State
Now you
Fair.
know what it is because you've been down there. Like you talked about it last time, but you didn't have the full details.
Listen,
so what is it?
My Saturday went like this.
That's we just need him to sponsor us. He should totally sponsor.
Golden K-Dog should definitely sponsor the podcast, and not that they need it at this point, but they.
We do. What are you talking about? It's not about them. It's about us.
It's fair. It's true. It's always about us. It's
Coming
always about us.
We need K-Dogs.
Golden K-Dog Studios.
We should do that.
Oh yeah.
Take the day off. Let's go.
It's the fantasy.
Let's just go down there.
Fantasy Premier League.
I'll load all this stuff up
podcast.
in the van. The kids won't be able to go to school because I'll have the vehicle.
It's so amazing to watch the whole thing happen. It is really amazing. I get down there in the morning. Aaron's like, Dave, I need you to go make a run. So I'm making a material run to Restaurant Depot and Costco.
Nice.
And I got like 5 huge boxes of butter, not just like an individual 4-pack, a box that had like 12 to 15 4-packs, like huge boxes. I was getting
butter's good.
Yeah.
Love
Anyways,
butter. It is a state fair.
Their new thing at the state fair this year is a cinnamazza. So it is a mozzarella stick rolled in the batter, then rolled in panko, deep fried, and then they take it out and they pour butter on it, roll it in cinnamon sugar, which literally just has cinnamon and sugar, as I picked up like 3 75-pound bags of sugar from Restaurant Depot. Domino, sponsor us, Domino Sugar. And then they have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and they put it in a like a ninja blender and turns it up almost into powder, and then they coat the top of it with it.
Interesting.
Unbelievable. I look like a crazy person getting like beef hot dogs from Costco, a ton of them.
Yeah.
Like 4,000 or something. And like 10 to 20 boxes double bagged of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's like, what are you? And then huge boxes of butter. Yeah. Oh, I was getting some looks. Where are you going? North Carolina State Fair. Oh, okay. And all of a sudden everything seemed normal. Anyway, so if you come by the Golden K-Dog stand, mention the podcast and or me, ask for me. I will be there Friday or Saturday.
I'm not doing that. It's too much effort.
Get one of the interns to do it.
Yeah. Just James, put it up on the screen.
You couldn't even use one of your brother's names?
No, Jeeves. It's just said Jeeves. Remember their website, Ask Jeeves? Anyways, so I finally got to the stand, actually, and I started working there after my delivery run around 2:30. We stopped at 11:30 that night, and it is such a crazy thing to watch. We had a record day last Saturday. Hit a number in gross sales that pretty much doubled a really good day before. It was unheard of. Surprised everybody, but we were rolling, flat rolling, had 9 people grinding, had the front cashiers, kind of the back kitchen, and I was the go-between. It was wild, absolutely wild. Anyways, I was there for 5 minutes, and someone say, Esther, my Korean daughter, she hands me a cinnamazza, and I knew it was there. I hadn't had one yet. I'm not just saying this. I took a bite, and I was like, oh, my gosh. It way exceeded expectations. So it is truly ridiculous. All right. So, but Brian, as always, we're here to discuss not the North Carolina State Fair, not Golden K-Dog,
talk about
not Travis's truck,
not about cereal preferences.
Which we could.
Yeah, I gotta say we probably should talk about this instead of actual things we were gonna talk about. But I've really enjoyed our chip talks and all that. I can
maybe we should start.
I think we just need to let it happen, and we need to run a prompt.
I would be ranked higher in cereal eating than I have ever been. And FPL.
Listen, Brian has many talents. One of his talents is when it comes to kind of average but not really healthy food, Brian's a connoisseur. When it comes to cereal,
he weighs like 15
no
pounds.
one knows.
How do you do that?
No, Brian, music is up there.
I love to eat, man.
You know
He
music.
knows his music.
You know music.
I love music.
Cereal. Absolutely.
You know how psychotic you have to be to say that you're not a big music person? What kind of
Who says that?
That's what I'm saying. What kind of cultural monster do you have to be to say I'm not big on music?
Look, as I have aged, I love all types. I can enjoy classical. I can enjoy.
There's no way
rock.
this guy listens to classical music. I'll tell you right now.
Sometimes,
talk about psychotic. If you're sitting in the Home Depot parking lot with blaring classical, waiting for your helper to come back with your you're.
When I'm doing invoicing for work and stuff, and like doing work stuff, I'll put classical music on.
Nah, I would not park next to you if you have classical. It's like
I'm not doing that in the
This
parking
guy's
lot.
going to murder everyone.
No, country. One of my all-time go-to favorites is 90s hip hop. Tupac, Biggie, Snoop, Dre. I mean, those guys are that music's
It's hard
amazing.
to beat.
Anyways, and then I'm okay with pop, but I like classic rock, some of the new rock.
Why is he reading his dating profile to us right now?
That does
don't
sound,
know.
That
Super
does
weird.
sound. I was just saying, but I enjoy all types of music. That is nothing compared to what Brian's understanding of certain music genres. It's amazing.
Look, the point is, we're here
It's all
for
heavy metal.
We're here for FPL. I was gonna
And
say
cereal.
that. I was gonna say that I think
And cereal.
you could talk me into Cinnamon Toast Crunch being my
Like
all-time number one.
like top. It is so good, right?
I love Cinnamon
Yeah,
Toast Crunch.
I think I could get on board with that too.
Normally,
I'm trying
I
to
would,
think if there's another one that would dethrone it or come close to it. And I don't know that there is one.
I mean, I've gone.
What's two?
Well,
So,
just there's more.
A
There's
close
more about
second
more,
is Golden Grams to Cinnamon
do like-
Toast Crunch.
It's more
do
about
like Golden
it's more
Grams, but
about
I just
cereals that are like that have proven to be really consistently
They
good
hold
that I
up.
can go
Yeah.
back to over
Yeah.
and over again. Honey
hold
Bunches of Oats is one that I can always go back. to.
I always kind of like
I was going to say that, but it's
Raisin
really
Bran Crunch.
boring. I have some of that
Raisin Bran
upstairs. That's all right. I
Crunch
still prefer Honey Bunches of Oats, though. I still prefer it.
We will devour boxes of Raisin Nut Bran. I found that is one that is.
Oh, yeah,
Raisin Nut Bran. Those raisin nuts are
I don't
fantastic.
know that I've ever had that before.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Game Week 8 happened in the Premier League.
What about
What a-
Captain Crunch?
I love Captain Crunch.
Crunch berries or peanut butter crunch.
So my only issue
can't
with
do peanut
Captain
butter
Crunch and or
Don't
Captain
say it. Don't do it.
The funny part is we're completely
say it.
alienating like 90% of our audience
I know what
based
you're
on the
gonna say.
numbers that I pulled up last week.
If
Because
you
none of these things exist in other countries.
if you like,
Oh, that doesn't. This helps none. Then what are we doing?
if you like having no skin on the top of your mouth,
Yeah,
then
it-
you will love.
that is kind of how it is.
Anyways, all right, let's move on.
Game Week 8 was
8 match weeks, gentlemen.
There's a lot
I
of
know
match
8 match
weeks.
weeks already done. Game Week 9 coming up. You guys want to do a quick recap? How did your Game Week 8 go?
Not great.
Mine was fine.
Were you above average?
I was
point
above
below-
average.
I was a point
Okay.
below, I think.
I was above average. I turned in a 63.
You know what I did? I fell asleep.
You fell asleep at the wheel. You didn't make changes?
Didn't make one move.
No.
Thank goodness I had my captain. I had already everything like organized the way I wanted
Holland
it.
captain.
Holland captain.
Had to
But Friday night, I know all
fell
the stuff
asleep.
we talked about, and what I probably would have done. I mean, that was the thing. I
Okay,
wanted
this
to
is gonna
do
be
just
interesting.
one move. The obvious move would have been Bruno out, Saka in, which would have been a net negative.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
So I ended up by
So you
making
ended up-
You ended
no
up being
move.
all right.
You won by not by losing. You
My
won by
score
losing.
ended up being better than it would have been.
Yeah.
And now I have 3 free transfers. this week.
Wow.
So
Wow. So now this is like a mini wild card. What you gonna
It's kinda
do?
nice.
I've got 3 free transfers. It's been a while since I've had this many.
You gonna go to Saka now?
I don't know if I am. We need to talk about that because I
Interesting.
want to talk about Arsenal. It's one of the first things we're going to talk about.
We should talk about them a lot.
Before we get and this is so it's all going to be by way of at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We should probably move the
Put it on
items
the
in,
board.
guys.
Survey says that's what I was gonna
Survey.
say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You are uncanny for Steve
Does-
Harvey though.
Yeah, I know that's what everybody says.
Steve Harvey's so good on that show.
Is Family Feud is that international in any way? What game shows have
I'll find out.
translated outside the U.S.? I assume Wheel of Fortune could go kind of anywhere.
So are they broadcasting the American to
Yeah,
to
that's
another
what
country?
I mean. Are there countries where it's like there's people who aspire to be one of the to hear their name come on down and be on The Price
The
is Right
three biggest game shows of all time: Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune,
and Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. You're right. Family Feud
So
would rank first.
Jeopardy's huge.
Family Feud does exist in other countries.
Okay.
Again, because I did look up our numbers, our listener numbers recently. United Kingdom is one of our biggest, obviously.
What do they call it there?
They call it Family Fortunes.
Oh.
Not Family
That's
Feud.
so British.
So not as
Family
fortunes.
It's not as agitated.
Not as
Right.
alt UK as some of
Feud.
the other
Family
things. Right,
Family
right.
Fortunes.
Feud. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There are other countries that have their own versions as well, including France, Germany, Greece, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Russia, and Spain.
The feud.
Australia, Canada,
Brian,
Canada, Africa.
There's not
a lot of them.
jeopardy in those countries.
The first thing we need to talk about
Man.
is just a quick. It's not going to be a quick roundup of Champions League.
That's
Champions
most
League
of what
happened
we're
again
gonna
today.
talk
Well, it's good.
the
because
reason why it's relevant, Brian, you're right. 6 of the biggest clubs
it's the best teams.
that
It's all anybody
absorb
cares
a
It's
about.
lot
not
of our
everybody that you want to talk about, but it's
No, but
it's
it's
a
a
good
lot.
chunk
It's a
of
lot.
them. It's worth it.
And we think that a lot of that information is relevant. Who started, who didn't, how
Yep.
they perform. Liverpool broke their duck in
They
a
sure did.
significant way. Although my
you want-
brother Matt, League Matt, who we have talked about since we started the podcast, after, I don't know if you're aware, Brian, but Frankfurt scored the first goal.
Yes,
So it's
I
1-0.
saw that.
I had talked
was
my brother
losing his
off the
mind.
ledge earlier in the day. He calls me in a tirade, and I was trying to tell him I have my kids in the car. But
If
he
you can
was
imagine.
so fired up and excited, he wouldn't stop for anything. And then he hung up, and he goes, all right, I'm done. And so I never even got a word in as I'm trying to go, hey.
That tracks.
So, ironically, I was trying to talk him off the ledge, and of course, Liverpool then score 5 unanswered goals and win. And Ekitike,
Goes home.
Brian, we'll get to it 2 segments from now, but there was 2 injuries in that game that need to be discussed.
There were.
Ekitike looked amazing, Travis, as he has every single time he's played.
Yeah, are we
Yeah.
starting with Liverpool?
Well, yeah, let's start with
Might as
Liverpool.
well.
All right. Well, the first thing, Ekitike did look amazing.
Yeah.
He does every time he's on the pitch. He looks energetic.
I think it's time to
useful.
say Isak who.
Well,
Yeah,
so that's
I
what
would
I was
agree
going to
with
say,
that, but he's
Travis. Are
injured,
you
so-
prepared to say tonight to the world that Ekitike is so clearly better than Alexander Isak that your team wasted money bringing Isak in?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Why would I say that?
Come on, have some stones.
Why would I say that? What
I don't know, because I feel
Who
like
cares?
It seems like it's obvious.
No, I mean like
so what is the most overused cliche in world football? Form is temporary, class is permanent. The guy is a total cut above most forwards in world football. Right now, he's in a terrible vein of form. He's playing pathetically. He is not justifying the price tag. I think he does, right? His career is not going to tank. He's not going to be worthless. Like short, some career-ending injury hitting him, he will come back. He will be fine. They will reap dividends for this. Now the argument could be made. Well, Barcelona paid 126 or something stupid for Philippe Coutinho, and he never did.
All right.
I think that's a little different.
Coutinho
So,
money. Talking about that.
That's not what I was saying.
Isak was with Real Sociedad in 2020-21 season. He scored 17 goals. Next season, he scored 6. Following season, he only played 2 games, and he played 1, and then he was sold to Newcastle, where his first year at Newcastle, he scored 10, then he scored 21, and then he scored 23. These are just league goals. These are not all comps.
Yeah, I would say that's very good.
Okay, so he's had 2 good years at Liverpool, and
Let's
we're
not
ready
take
to
my word for it.
crown
Let's
him
take
class.
Let's take legendary striker Thierry Henry's word for it. Today, when discussing Erling Haaland, Harry Kane, and Mbappe,
Okay.
Micah Richards cheekily asked, "Hey Thierry, would you throw Isak in there?" And he balked and he said, "Not now, but he definitely will be in this list at some point."
Okay.
Legendary striker Thierry.
Political answer.
No, it's not. Then he went on to say how well Ekitike is doing and how impressed he is with Ekitike. But the same thing that I said, which is this is form. His form will turn around. Okay. He is a world class player. He has the capacity to go to this level. Definitely.
All right.
So all that to say, it's not just me saying that as a homer. I think it's there. If the fee isn't attached to it, the expectations are lower, right?
Sure.
And ultimately, Ekitike, no one's saying
every player has a fee, though.
You know what else would have?
Well, and it's not, but it's not his fault, right? What he was valued at by Newcastle, he had nothing to do with other than playing well, right? All he did was play well. Same thing with Wirtz. All he did was win, the German Player of the Year award, right? And so the fee gets pushed up and expectations with it, but they don't have anything to do with it. They're just people. They have form and transition issues, right? So are they playing well? I would say from an Isak perspective, he actually looked really good today. He had a couple of really good shots, a couple of really good offensive moves.
Supposedly had a great pass to him earlier.
He was injured. Yeah, he was injured.
That little dump over was amazing pass.
Yeah, and to that end, Wirtz looked amazing too. He and Szoboszlai were joint men of the match in terms of from a statistical standpoint. Wirtz outplayed Szoboszlai.
That was my next question for you: is did his 2 assists finally unclog the toilet?
No.
Okay.
No, he was playing against familiar opposition in his home country,
and it's Frankfurt. And Frankfurt,
right? They're not great.
Been blowing the
right,
doors
their
off
defense has been terrible. So if we didn't score 5 goals, I would be worried, even if we won.
Okay,
Frankfurt, like their last 6 games or something, had conceded a goal within the first 10 minutes. Within the first 10 minutes of the game,
the season is
a lot.
So, but they survived the first 10 minutes, ironically, against Liverpool. Then they scored, and you're thinking, oh no. What's going to happen here?
Slot's getting sacked.
And then Liverpool just, it goes Ekitike, Virgil, Konate. Yeah. And Liverpool turns into set piece FC Junior.
I mean, 2 of the 5 are from set pieces.
You can't wait for the rant that's coming up here in a minute.
I love it.
Salah benched. Does that even matter a little bit?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, they played better without him. That's what I said. I think they looked really good without him in the team. And truthfully, I was really impressed with how well they coped after they settled from that goal without Gravenberch too. Neither Gravenberch or McAllister were in the lineup for the vast majority.
How did they even score without Gravenberch out there?
Well, honestly, their offensive moves were really good. They played roughly a 4-3-3, which is weird. So, yeah, it was an interesting setup.
I was going to say Gakpo and Szoboszlai neck and neck in their campaign for Liverpool Player of the Season so far.
Sobo's got it easy, I think. Gakpo's playing pretty well, though. Got a good goal, but he got a good goal that was put on a platter for him by Wirtz.
Gakpo inspiring FPL belief again, though. Back-to-back goals in the league. Back-to-back 7-pointers. 5th most transferred in midfielder.
Wow.
So I know it's 150,000.
His price is reasonable.
Yeah, of course.
I just can't. Okay, 7.5. That's
Yeah,
sounds about right.
It's still a little high, I think, to go for, especially given that Anthony Gordon also scored and is coming back too, right? And he's cheaper by a little bit.
You're getting Anthony Gordon.
I already have him in. He's killing
he did
me.
Nothing,
we'll talk about Newcastle in a second.
Right.
I think the 2 other things that matter most. Well, I don't know how much they matter. I was going to say that Frimpong set to miss weeks. Does that matter? It didn't matter before.
It only matters if Bradley is overused to the point of getting injured, which he has a history of. He has a history of that.
There, though.
Szoboszlai has, but we need Szoboszlai in the middle.
Okay,
he's much more effective in the middle, dictating play, moving the ball around. Because when he doesn't, Virgil does, and that's a problem.
I can't wait to talk about Manchester United in a minute. Isak had to go off at halftime due to groin discomfort. James Pearce, reporting from The Athletic, quoted Slot saying, "Let's hope it's not too bad."
Oh boy.
Ekitike gonna get his.
Ryan, you know what Ted Lasso would say about hope?
It's the hope that kills you.
It's the hope that kills you. Did you have to think about that? Thank you, Travis, for saving that.
I know it somewhere in the back of my mind. I think I was once Ted Lasso was over. I was so satisfied. I just kind of forgot about it all.
Yeah.
So you're not going to watch it when it comes back out?
Yeah, no way.
I think it's about a women's team, so you definitely won't.
No, it's not even that. I think it was just so whatever. We don't have we're not
show.
We're not going to do TV criticism.
Okay, all right.
Every content creator in the entire world ready to double or triple up on your team starting in game week 12.
Don't do it.
Game week 12. Nottingham Forest at home. West Ham away. Sunderland home. Leeds away. Brighton home. Game week 12
that is a good
to
run.
16.
Stretch.
That is a good run. If they catch
stretch.
it, that could be good.
After that, you're Tottenham away. Wolves home. Leeds at home. Leeds again. And then at Fulham. That's your Liverpool party all the way up to January 3rd.
That's a fun party. All we had to do was lose to United and embarrass ourselves. And, then we just get the easy games. So we can lose those
of course,
too.
lots of those are midweek matches. Like there's a lot of in between scheduling to deal with once you get to festive fixtures. I think, the Salah decision of that is taken away for you. Your transfers are already that's where I feel like you want to go nuts. Go nuts on Szoboszlai in that little run there. Go nuts on take Gravenberch in that little run there.
Groin keeps him out for a while. I think Liverpool will be a better football club.
Why are you
if
rooting
he's
for
not
his
in.
injury?
Because Ekitike, he's been keeping Ekitike out of the lineup,
No.
and all he does.
They play fine together. I think he's keeping Chiesa out more than he's keeping Ekitike out. Because you have to rotate. So even if Isak was scoring every week, he would be rotated out for Ekitike.
He hasn't been.
He played two games in 3 days and he got injured. You think they're going to do that again? Probably not.
I was going to say it's already a guy who's
and it's what he did at Newcastle, and he complained about it.
Yeah,
he cannot play every week.
Soft.
He is. Have you? You should see his signing day video.
Some hamburgers.
Signing day video. The guy is
he's
not
thin.
built like a football player. He is like a
thin.
rail.
Is every content creator in the whole world screaming about Virgil's unbelievable goal threat? Because he scored a header off of a set piece.
He's not Gabriel, your favorite guy.
He scored 2 and 3.
You're gonna have to maybe
2 goals in 3 games.
You're gonna have to maybe do an apology.
I
soon.
will not. And I will go the opposite. I'm going the opposit direction.
You're going to double down?
Oh, my God.
All right, let's get through this so we can get to the thing that he wants to talk about.
My question with that is for Liverpool, does this do anything for your purchasing this week?
I don't think it should, but I think it does something for their confidence, which they needed, just to prove that they can show up and they can score goals and they can stop a bad team from beating them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
Absolutely fair.
Like everything is not lost. They can still play the game. They still can, dominate possession. They can put passes together. They can do the things they're being asked to do. Now they need to do it against more difficult competition,
Travis,
which they're not going to see for a
next
while.
4 league games. The reason why everyone's saying game week 12 is because that's when Nottingham Forest happens. But the next 3, you're at Brentford.
It's getting harder, but it's probably okay.
Home to Aston Villa in game week 10.
Also
trickier.
Tricky.
Also harder, but
and then
the way you guys
then,
have been playing in the league, that game looks tougher for sure.
And then at City. So the next 3, I think that's where I think everyone's kind of looking at the next 3 and thinking like you're okay probably with Brentford, but Villa and City you're less okay with, and then you get Nottingham Forest in 12, which by then, who knows? You might have an all new narrative in 4 weeks about what Nottingham Forest looks like with Sean Dyche. So, but either way, game week 12 is kind of.
I mean, defensive solidity is definitely coming back.
I'm kind of hoping Matt Sells is still rotting on my bench.
Wow. Yeah, you might actually be all right.
It might turn around for me there. I might not have to waste a transfer.
Yeah, that's interesting.
All right. I do think I understand the transfers for Gakpo. I think that makes sense. If you knew that if you find out Isak's going on what would functionally be like international break.
Okay, no,
IR
but right
or
now,
whatever,
if he's already coming out for a groin,
okay.
No one comes back next week from a groin. So Ekitike will be starting, guaranteed. My sources
or Chiesa. Or Chiesa. Chiesa looks really good too.
It's Ekitike.
I think he is the preferred.
Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah.
I
will be starting your front three.
Salah definitely. Gakpo might get rotated as well.
Okay.
I could see Rio getting some minutes in the next match. Maybe not starting, but I think they're ready to start thinking about that. The thing for me is, again, I think they're going to work Chiesa in harder because he's been very, very good. And they've got to rotate because if we get an injury crisis, we're in trouble.
And
we're already in trouble.
You're not deep.
Right. And we're deep-ish, but we're not as deep as we need to be.
It's fair. Ekitike's ownership, Brian, what do you think it is? Don't look at it.
I mean, it was like
12.
over 15 or 16%
Yeah,
there for a while. He was because he was the third highest selected. He was he was third after.
I think it went down and it hasn't recovered yet, but it will go higher.
15.
I'm saying 12. 12.
15.7.
Jeez, you're really good.
What do you think Isak's is?
9. 6.
13.
6. I'm going 6.
Should have stuck with it. 9.5.
9.
9.5.
It's lower.
So
than
I was surprised a little bit by both that they were as high as they were.
Yeah, people are weird.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if people had Ekitike and Gakpo in their team, I would wish them well, and I wouldn't call them crazy. But I'm not doing that. Yeah. Anybody else, I just don't see the value right now.
It's just not predictable yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If anything in this,
that makes total sense. I'm totally on board with that. There's no way you're rushing to anyone, defense or otherwise.
Yep.
Arsenal scored more than one.
Who?
Arsenal Football Club.
Oh,
they didn't score 5 though. Just saying.
They scored more than one, which is an improvement.
How many set piece goals did they get?
I don't know.
2.
Oh, good. 2.
Yes. Set piece.
Gyökeres, does a brace change your thinking about him in Premier League?
Not yet.
Oh,
not yet.
So you shouldn't own him.
The fixtures for them are now very, very good.
I just want to see. I want to see the game he had against Atletico Madrid was amazing. His work rate, everything he was doing was the right thing.
That's not like playing Crystal Palace. That's for sure.
He got 2 poachers goals. I am so curious and excited but also scared with this Palace game because Palace is a really good team.
Yeah.
And it's the Eze game. So I just feel like this is giving me Newcastle, Liverpool match week 2 or 3 vibes.
I've got such wonderful numbers for you here in a second.
So
Dave.
I absolutely respect Palace, and I am very anxiously nervous. Maybe I shouldn't be because Arsenal's defense, they played 12 games and allowed 3 goals. One of them was a worldie from Szoboszlai. So, maybe we'll call that 2.5 goals, but bottom line is their defense has been ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it took, against Atletico Madrid, it took 77 minutes for them to get a shot on target yesterday. So their defense continues to be really good. And when, you know the saying, Brian, defense wins championships.
Martinelli's going to score every game, I think, that he plays from now on.
What a great shot. That looked like 2 years ago Martinelli.
Not good enough to start in the league, that's for sure.
Probably.
Declan Rice, Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Trossard keeps scoring as well.
Yeah.
So
this is exactly what Arteta was trying to build.
Yeah.
Guys that are pushing each other so that they score 1 goal in the league every game.
Right.
Just 1 goal.
Right.
Gabriel, of course, big game today. Saka and Eze involved in some of the celebrations. They subbed off early, so you feel good, I guess, about
Eze
their league
was
participation.
He was fine for the first 20 minutes. Second half, he looked like he was a fish out of water. He couldn't find his positioning. And it just looked like it was giving me some Verts vibes a little bit. He wasn't
trying
bad
too
when
hard.
He got the ball.
Yeah.
Just didn't know when you're watching everyone else and everyone's always in the perfect position.
Yeah.
Eze was just struggling to find that.
It was
in the second
him,
half.
It was him playing for England too. That's how he's played with for England. I saw the same thing. I think it says a lot about
like if I did
how difficult it is to play against opposition from another country. And I mean what I mean by that is that the tactical differences between leagues is felt more than it is seen. If that makes sense, to the point where guys on the, it may look like it's a typical match that you would watch two Premier League teams playing each other, but on the field it does not feel like that to them. It very clearly, and the reason why I know that is because these are elite athletes and they struggle like that, right? And I agree with you. I think he was there and he was amped up, and then all of a sudden he just kind of started to like, what am I doing?
First 20 minutes, he was great, and then they get 0-0 at halftime and against Atletico Madrid, and then there was a 13-minute span where all of a sudden Arsenal pours in 4 goals, but in the whole second half, he just didn't seem comfortable with his positioning on the pitch. It felt like sometimes he was in the way, passes were going by him. He just and look, it's a familiarity. Most of the guys in the pitch had been, except for Zubimendi, who just seems to fall in flawlessly. But maybe his role is easier than the 10 floating, where normally Odegaard is moving around. So anyways, we don't have to get into all that. I own Eze. Started him last week. Didn't get anything.
Yeah. So that would have been.
I was on the verge of selling
moves.
him if they weren't playing Palace this week, which this could go one of two ways. I mean, honestly, three ways.
Which do you want first? Do you want the Gabriel moment or do you want the Crystal Palace moment?
I want to hear your anger-filled Gabriel moment as he continues to infuriate you as you dog trash him every week.
No, I'm not doing that.
And he keeps producing.
So a quick note about Gabriel.
Right.
The discussion about his goal threat, which I think has one explanation.
Okay.
It's that all of the people who are touting him as an FPL pick, as if it's like they just found $20 on the street.
Okay, right.
And they're like victory lapping because he's gotten a couple returns.
Yeah.
Right.
And his FPL points now, he is now the number one scoring defender. So that's great. But talking about Gabriel and goal threat is a 6-year-old discussion.
It's true.
This is not new.
I agree with that.
So honestly, I think
probably the most goals he's ever scored in a league.
Well, we can talk about
probably
that.
4, maybe.
So to me, it's not that he's bad, and I'm saying that I don't think I've ever said. The worst I've said about him is he's boring. He's a boring pick. So that's, to me, it's that I think it's just overblown. Okay. And I'm saying his massive goal threat. His massive goal threat has been a reason to pick him every season he's been in the league so far. Like, how many seasons have we talked about Arsenal being good on set pieces? A lot.
At least the last 3.
So here's your Gabriel quiz, okay?
Yes, okay.
Question number 1. How many goals does Gabriel have in the Premier League this season?
Probably 1. Or 2.
My guess.
Maybe 2, but probably 1.
The correct answer is 1.
Okay.
He has 1 goal.
Got it.
Good job, you guys.
Yes.
I know he has also 1 assist. That's a freebie. I'll give you that one.
Okay.
How many goals did Gabriel score last season?
I would not go more than 4.
3, yeah.
I would probably lean on 3.
3. You're exactly right.
Okay.
The answer is 3. He scored 3 goals in 38 games. Mr. Goal Threat himself,
yes,
who can barely stand up in the box without heading a ball into the net to score a goal, scored 3 goals last season.
I love the bitterness.
Question 3. What is his highest goal total of any season in his career?
I would say 3. I would say last year 3.
3.
No, it's 5.
Oh, okay.
He scored 5 goals.
5 and 38.
Has Gabriel, question 4, has Gabriel ever led the league in goals scored for a defender?
Oh.
I feel like TAA's, he's been in the league when Trent was doing
yeah, because that includes
So
those guys.
I would say no.
Yeah,
I would say no.
The answer is yes.
What?
He did lead the year that he scored 5. He was that is the most goals scored by a defender that
Interesting.
season was 5.
Okay.
What year did he score 5 goals? What season was it?
21, 22.
22, 23.
21-22.
Okay.
Travis got it. It was 5 seasons ago.
Yeah.
That's not 5 seasons ago.
4 seasons.
Okay.
26.
It's just
So
math,
2026
Dave.
would be 5 years. How many seasons has Arsenal been good at set pieces? That we've talked about it as like
only the last 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
but the
really
last 3
agree.
for sure, because for sure this is not. It is not a new discussion to talk about
I know, but
Gabriel and goal threat.
Their stats when they show that like within the last this season and last season, like the goals that Arsenal has scored on set pieces, I don't know. It's like almost double anyone else, the next highest. Don't kill me on those stats.
No, I'm.
But it doesn't go back that far. Is my point.
What I'm saying is
Nicholas Jover. Look how long he's been with Arsenal.
that's great.
It's probably been 3 seasons.
Right, and that's great. And they've taken more. They have more corners. They're like almost 20 more corners than the next highest corner taking team in the league. So I'm not saying that they're not going to get a ton. They do. They're going to. I'm just saying the actual numbers this season. Mr. Goal Threat, 1 goal, which isn't even the most goals on his own team. There are a million defenders who have a goal this year.
Sure.
7 shots total this season for Gabriel. That is the same number as Reece James has attempted this season, and Reece James has played 200 minutes less than Gabriel has.
Yeah.
How many shots does Gabriel have on target? Mr. Goal Threat. Mr.
Probably 2.
obvious goal threat guy in the league. How many shots on target does he have? This is a bonus question.
Probably 2.
It's 1.
It's 1. Okay.
It's 1.
Okay.
So he scored his goal.
Okay. With the 1 shot on
by
target.
the way, a game where he should not have been able to score a goal.
I knew that was coming. I knew it. I absolutely
Is he the
knew it.
highest? Does he have the highest XG among defenders this season?
I feel like the question begs the answer, so I'd say no.
The answer is no, not even close. And again, it's not even the highest on his own team. Calafiori, 1.73. Timber, second in the league, 1.30. Sepp Vandenberg and Rodri Gomez from Wolves. Sepp Vandenberg, Brentford.
Wow.
Rodri Gomez from Wolves, 1.16. Gabriel at 1.12.
Wow.
Trevoh Chalobah right there, right behind him at
Before he got hurt,
1.08.
Yeah.
He's got 1 assist. That's terrific. Are you buying him because he might get an occasional good flick on?
No.
Is that what you're buying?
The reason why you buy him is because
No.
Arsenal's clean sheet record, and he might give you a goal every 6th or 7th game.
Even the assist. Highest career assist total for Gabriel?
probably 1 or 2.
2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surely he must be the number 1 defender for shots in the box, though, right? Because he's the goal threat guy. So certainly, there's no way he's not the number 1 defender for shots in the box,
This
right?
is one of your best
Let me
friends.
guess. He's not.
No, he's not even in the top 10 players for that. He has attempted 5 shots. 5 of his 7 shots were attempted in the box. It's the same as Mickey Van de Ven, who, by the way, also only has 1 goal. And also, for a minute, Mickey Van de Ven was the highest scoring defender in the Premier League.
Brian,
So,
keep saying it to his face.
I am saying it to his face. Gabriel, you are not the highest box shooting defender in the Premier League.
Is he the best center back in the league right now?
He's tied for first for big chances. Now, that is where he is. So,
all right.
big chances, big scoring chances. He's tied with Mark Gahey and Trevoh Chalobah. 3 big chances for each of them. But how many weeks ago was it that Chalobah was
got hurt.
How many weeks ago was it that Chalobah was the number 1 scoring defender in the league? Not that
He had
many.
it for like 1 week, I think. But still, he had it.
But he was
And then-
there.
And then he got hurt.
And then he got a red card. No, he got red carded. That's why he went out. So that he gets red carded in the game.
He got
and
hurt
then
too, though.
No.
No.
Red card.
Am I crazy, man?
yeah.
Yes.
I'm a crazy man. That's fair.
He was the number 1 scoring defender. He also, by the way, how many goals does Chalobah have? 2. That's more than 1. I'm just saying, like, surely though he's got to have the most touches because of the set pieces. Gabriel has got to be the number one defender for touches in the opposition box because he's always a goal threat.
He's not
a
wrong.
nearly
This is one of the best rants you've ever had.
A nearly otherworldly sort of goal threat. So he must always have a head or a body part on the ball. The answer is no. He's had 9 touches in the opposition box this season, which I don't know if you know. That's not a lot. He's outside the top 30 players or defenders for touches in the opposition box. Malo Gusto has the same number of touches in the opposition box as Gabriel. I guess you want to put this as a bet. I'm not betting this because I understand it can. I mean, it could go as high as 5. Is he going to?
In the same breath, he said, "Do you want to make a bet? I'm not going to make a bet."
This is a bet for you guys. Will Gabriel finish with more than 3 goals this season? That would be above his career average a season.
I would say yes.
Okay.
I think I would bet yes as well.
Okay. So if he scores 4...
I think the number you would have had to put it on would have been 4, would have been more
I'm
difficult.
saying he's got 1 goal in 8 games so far.
Right.
So in 38 games, he's on like a 3.5-ish pace.
Now you
for
are
38 games.
What if he scores?
Discussing the league.
What if he scores 12 this year?
You are discussing the league.
If Gabriel,
in Champions League, in other comps, he's been scoring as well.
No, for sure. And I'm not
we're not. I know this is relevant because we do Premier League.
I'm just saying I'm saying that the number of posts about so there were content creators mocking. There's a guy, Philip Novak. We've talked about him before on this podcast. I haven't referenced him often. He just did a lengthy post about Timber and Calafiori and their goal threat and talking about
which
Timber,
are palpable, predictable.
Other stats that are helping
the
them.
numbers that back that up. That's why I'm saying everyone, all of a sudden, Gabriel he gets an assist. He's got 2 big scores in the last 3 games. Absolutely, those are great, and you're thrilled to have him. People talking about all of the stuff that he's doing, and I'm like, oh well, yeah, because he's a big giant center back for a team that's extremely good at set pieces.
Yes,
I'm just saying it has translated into 3 goals a season for the last 3 goals straight in the last 3 seasons. So I'm like, is he crushing the league in goals scored this season? He's not, and he's not by numbers. He's not doing anything different than any other defender. It's just that he's got a 13 and what did he score this week?
It was a 13, 9, and an 11 in the last 3
That's
matches.
huge. Those are huge scores. You love it.
12, 9, 13.
Great.
12,
And
9,
and those are big scores, and of course that's going to propel you to the top if you score big numbers like that 3 games in a row. I'm just saying, I just think it's such an overstated. There are people who are mocking this
in 2 of those games. He got bonus points in all. 2 of them he got 3.
Right.
And then 1 of them he had 1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's going to help.
And those are low scoring.
And he's got DEFCON in 2 of those games.
Right, which is another thing people are talking about, his improved DEFCON, defensive contributions. How many games has he gone over the threshold this season? 3. A million guys.
3.
That's
a lot of guys.
That's
have
an
done 3.
entirely separate rant.
Well,
I think I've made up my mind on defensive contributions because of looking into Gabriel on this.
Yeah.
Where I'm just saying I don't care.
Well,
I officially do not care about
It's
that
icing. It's not a target.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
I guess the end of this is I am not at all trying to say don't pick him. I'm not saying I'm saying that only 13 of his points are incorrect. If he was on a 46 instead of a 59, I don't think everyone would be screaming about his unbelievable goal threat as much, since he decided he punched Woltemade in the face and didn't somehow get punished for it. But I'm saying I'm not saying he's a bad pick at all. I'm just saying he's a bad person.
You're saying overrated FPL pick.
I'm just saying that the way people talk about him and goal threat is it's backed up by a goal and an assist in the Premier League.
Right.
and then everybody like their minds
Just
explode,
extrapolating that, like, oh,
look what he did
he's a
today,
goal
another
threat.
goal and an assist, and it's
Right.
just like, well, no, this has not been different.
He's actually right on pace for the last couple years.
I'm sure I can go back and find previous seasons' notes, since I have all of them, and find times where he probably was the highest XG defender at different times in the Premier League, and he wasn't getting, like, the argument for him was his XG is blowing away other center backs and other
Right.
defenders, and he wasn't getting the returns, and it was like, how is he not doing it? And I'm saying now, like, everybody's talking about this, like, he should be, you know, like, every net that he gets near starts burning as soon as he gets anywhere near it. And I'm like, no, he's not even the most threatening goal scorer in his own team. It's just like, I'm just saying the total thing of it. It just feels so overblown and irritating.
Hate it so much.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's the hype that other people are putting around him. You don't actually hate him.
Big credit to people who do real analysis. Alex Volo, who we've referenced now, I think, multiple weeks in a row, he did a really great kind of a discussion about why Gabriel's defensive contributions have gone up. Unsurprisingly, it's because of it's the Calafiore Gabriel window, and because of the positioning of
Calafiore's getting
Calafiore,
upfield.
he's basically saying it's not. He's saying it's an Arsenal structure thing, that it's not Gabriel somehow being more active in his defensive duties. That it's because he said Calafiore is more advanced. Gabriel is now covering both wide channel and the left half space, which the shift in his position means he's more of a natural target for other teams, for Arsenal's progression, and then when he's having to clean up.
Right.
So, like, it's resulting in him now. But even then, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even with that, he's hit the defensive contribution threshold
3 times.
3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So great. He's averaging like 9 point something DEFCON. Okay. Are you which matters more to you? Him scoring a goal and getting 3 bonus points, or him tacking 2 points for defensive contributions onto it?
Neither clean sheets.
Exactly.
And Arsenal has 5 out of 8 games.
I would go back to it was like Silva FPL. It was a guy, I know we've talked about this on previous pods, but it was a guy weeks ago that said, forget basically DEFCON this and DEFCON that. Clean sheets, goals, and scoring contributions are all that matters.
Still ranked tops.
And the final point on it for that, I would just say, go look at the top scoring defenders. Look at the top scoring defenders and find one where you just say, oh, it's defensive contributions that are doing that. It's 0. There are none defenders who are in the top who are defensive contribution like monsters.
Right.
It's all guys who have scored or assisted. Like, one of the best examples, and the reason why I said about Crystal Palace, who are the top defensive contribution defenders for Crystal Palace? It's Chris Richards and Maxime Lacroix. Those guys are they have the most defensive contributions. Which Crystal Palace defenders are you buying? Gahey and Munoz.
Mm-hmm.
And why? Because they've scored.
Because they've scored
assisted.
more.
Right. So they've done way more.
Yeah.
And it's like that.
A really good point.
The whole way down the list.
Really good point.
It's not until, like, Senesi is easily the highest owned defender, who the case has been constant with him of, oh, what a defensive contribution monster. He's getting it every game, which he is. But, like,
Bournemouth has held
not many. A handful.
3 clean sheets.
Right.
3 out of 5.
So I'm just saying,
same as Chelsea. Chelsea's at 3 out of 5.
I'm just saying, you go down the list and, like, the first people that you're like, oh, I would do that because of defensive contributions, you're like, it's kind of Senesi, but even then, it's not that much. And there's no one else. No one else in the top scoring from Gabriel to Reece James.
So,
there's one guy.
In summary, you're okay with someone getting Gabriel, but do it for the right reasons. Don't go with the hype. It's the principle.
It's the principle of
Right.
it. If you're buying him on principle,
go with
if you're
with
buying
clean
him for his
sheets.
goal threat, you're an idiot.
Okay, good.
0.4 to
I love
0.6 cheaper.
Well
Timber,
done.
Calafiore.
Good rant, Brian.
Much better.
What I was gonna say, the other thing is because it's Crystal Palace, just that to me is like the number one takeaway of the Premier League game week is that the new best attacking team by the numbers
Is Palace
in
probably.
the season is Crystal Palace,
Yeah.
which to me is shocking.
Yeah.
And I think the numbers are so big. Highest XG in the league. They're 17.4 XG. They are 2 XG higher than Manchester United, who's the second highest. 5.4 shots on target per match, which
That's
is better,
shocking, by the way.
better than
United's
Manchester
in
City,
second.
better than Chelsea.
Yeah.
They've had 33 big chances this season, which is 6 more than City and 9 more than Liverpool.
Wow.
And the what's crazy, they have missed 22. They have 22 big chances missed. There are 6 teams that even have 22 big chances.
And they've missed 22.
And they have missed 22.
Good
like
gosh.
this is why I'm saying, like, to me, like, going into this week, I'm like, are you confident? I know you love Arsenal, but I'm like, I don't know how confident you can be about clean sheet.
I'm starting Calafiore.
Sure.
Yeah, but that you're hoping for a clean sheet.
I'm not starting
expecting.
Gahey.
No, I think I would drop him
I'm not
too.
starting Gahey. So it's interesting, and I just don't know which way to go. Maybe you guys can talk me off a ledge. Because I own Eze, in the past, I always like a guy playing against his old team. Declan Rice, when he played West Ham the first 2 times, did not have good games. I mean, we're not talking about goals and assists, but he just overall performance, not good. The last time we played him, he finally had a good match. I think he actually scored. I just don't know what to do with Eze here. I just feel like, I don't know. I mean, he didn't leave on bad terms, right?
No, of course not.
It was a nice goodbye.
Yeah, of course.
So maybe that's actually don't play him because it's going to be really weird for him. He didn't leave in a bad. It's not like he has to go prove to them that he's good and they sold him and this and that and the other.
Yeah.
There's nothing to prove here. They probably celebrate him as one of the best players they've ever had as a club.
Yeah, it's only sadness for Crystal Palace that he's gone.
Right.
Yeah. It's not.
If
it's not at all.
anything, Palace doesn't seem to have missed him much.
That's the one of the craziest things that's happened this season is Glasner basically just saying, "Fine, you're going to take all my best players. We're going to get this done with Mateta and Sarr,
as a who,
right? And Adam Wharton
Pino.
is going to dominate our midfield. And good luck outscoring us."
Does Pino play for them? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it and then I'm like, I had some doubts. Mateta.
Let's wrap up the Champions League stuff first, because Newcastle romped again. You have Anthony Gordon.
I do.
He's killing you, and he's killing me. Goal and an assist today, which is such a great slap in the face to people who have him.
Yeah.
In the Premier
I
League.
do not own him.
He's playing amazing, and of course,
I'm sure.
but not in the league. I can't wait for him to get a yellow card and play 61 minutes against Fulham this weekend. It's going to be great.
59.
Nick Pope, longest throw assist in football history. For who scored that goal?
It was
Harv.
Yeah, Barnes. Barnes the only other one that scored.
Harvey Barnes, the most pointless brace off the bench in football history in the same game.
Seriously.
Not a ton of takeaways other than Anthony Gordon's playing great. They got a clean sheet. So you like the the tight defense there, and Woltemade didn't score, but he was good. And you did buy him or you didn't?
I did.
Oh, okay. You feel great about that.
I pulled the trigger. Pedro gave me 4 games.
Right.
And the rule typically is you get 3 games of no returns, time to go. And so
Pedro's been so bad.
Pedro has not produced, so Voltemada in, Pedro out.
You have him?
Voltemada, no.
You trying to get him?
I'm not trying to get him.
Weird.
I just am not. I'm not in a position to make any moves.
My 3 transfers I could do it right now. Richarlison and Joao Pedro out. Mateta and Woltemade.
That would be awesome.
Sure.
And
That's
save a
great-
transfer.
I wanted to
That's good.
turn.
I like that. If you don't have any other fires to put out, that's a good move.
I have a couple.
I wanted to.
Joao Pedro does have a decent schedule.
This is when we could talk about Chelsea
I know.
real quick. Is that Chelsea romped today as well?
Yeah.
Enzo back. Enzo was not, so you would have done right to heed everyone's warnings about his injury coming into the last match. Enzo not even on the bench. Who did they just beat? Who did
they played? I can tell you.
It was 3-0.
It was Nottingham Forest. It was
Nottingham
the red
Forest.
card.
They got Ange fired.
Chelsea got a red card, and they still scored 3. They had
Malo Gusto with the red card near the end of the game.
Yes.
But no, that was like everybody in on the action for Chelsea in the game today. Enzo scored a penalty. We already know that as long as Cole Palmer's out, that it's Enzo taking the penalties. They did let Esteval take.
Esteval took one.
He took one of them today too, but I think that was just to let them double the youngest Chelsea Champions League goal scorer record in the same game. But whatever. That I think to me that was like, that just I think it made it easier to go to Enzo. Everybody was a week early. Caicedo started in a weird spot. I think they started him at right back.
I almost brought Caicedo in. I was about to take a hit. Did not. I kind of backed off and just used my 2 free transfers.
And you would have been if you had taken a hit to get his 1-pointer in 45 minutes, you'd be screaming.
For sure. And I really wanted Enzo as opposed to Caicedo. But I didn't. So, but now like players I would want to bring in right now, but I'm not going to do it this week. Sarr for Palace and Mateta for Palace. I would love to have both of those players.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring them in this week because they're playing Arsenal.
No, I think that's the biggest question just because Pedro's the most he's the second most selected forward. He's at almost 400,000 transfers out. So everyone's so many people losing patience. He's not even close. I don't know if I know he dropped at least a 10th.
I mentioned it on X. That's probably why everyone else is doing it because they saw me doing it
I'm
earlier
sure
in
they're
the
copying
week.
it. Everyone's taking the Dave Smith template.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
No, this is the debate. I mean, this is you want the run of fixtures.
No, for sure.
And he has 2 shots in the last since his last big score. I think it's since game week 4.
That's kind of
or
wild.
5.
It's kind of wild.
2 total shots. He's got I think it's 5 chances created, but I'm again, what you're not buying forwards for chance creation. And then useless. What's real weird with his numbers, this is just me looking at them. What's real weird with João Pedro's with his positioning, with his passing, he has the most passes, the most passes of any forward in the last 5 game weeks. It's 100 passes, and the next most
but he's playing
is 66. It's 100. He's got 100, and then the next most is 60 something. He has the most passes in the final third. He has the most penalty area. Or one of the most for penalty area entries, for final third entries. He's one of the top for touches around the box. It's just turning into absolutely nothing. And then he personally doesn't have a ton of touches in the opposition box. Well, so I'm not sure what
his positional shift since Palmer's been out has been. That's why he's got so many more passes. He's playing way deeper.
Yeah, which you don't want that even a little bit. So that's what I'm saying. Even the fixtures, now Guiu scores in he was one of the goal scorers today. I think that's a legitimate consideration. You want to go to Guiu if you feel like Guiu's could possibly get it. He's still a couple weeks away.
Okay.
So it's not like Liam Delap. We talked about that a little bit ago. Just that Liam Delap getting closer to fitness.
I think it helps.
Was that pre-pod?
Yeah, it was. And I just kept saying, "Stop talking. We're not recording."
Okay.
You don't remember that?
Yes, I do.
And then the last thing was that City managed to score 2 goals. Of course, Haaland got 1. 2 things for City for me. 1, Reinders only played 17 minutes off the bench for them in this game after he didn't even make it to 60 minutes against Everton, which is irritating. So I don't know which is more concerning. I don't know if it's concerning or good.
What's the appeal about Reinders after his first couple games? Because I thought there was appeal there.
Price and involvement.
Yeah, he's still taking the most shots of any city midfielder. And so
which isn't saying that much, truthfully.
Doku's the more threatening, like directly threatening guy, and the one who's had the most. Like I think Doku's had 3 big chances in the last 4 or 5 games.
Reinders has only given 2 returns in the 8 games.
Which one of them? That's what I'm saying. When it was a return against Arsenal, no one was. I think everyone that had held on to him was like, yes, finally you got something,
right?
And then follows that up with blanks.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's
blanks.
Probably time to move on from him.
Right.
But his price was
for sure. He was
nice.
always cheaper.
It's
and
still,
he's starting.
Right. He was.
He's been predictable for the most part up until this last week.
The other takeaway is Marmouche played 4 minutes. Ryan Cherokee played 4 minutes.
Correct.
Both guys off the bench today.
Oof. 4 minutes. That's a good fitness.
No, but I'm
boost.
saying that. But I'm just saying that City's
they can play.
Right. City's midfield, like it's basically Rodri is the last guy to get healthy. Kovacic played again. Ryan Aït-Nouri was back on the bench in this game. Like there's almost no one that's not fit enough for some kind of game time for them.
Second place City in the table. They're hanging around.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to be around.
They're going to pounce.
Foden didn't play at all in this game. He's probably the safest of, like, if you were picking just on pure safety, it's probably
of him starting.
Right.
Minutes, yes.
But it's Haaland, and then do you dare go to someone else? The one guy I did want to say for them is Nico O'Reilly.
Yeah, he looks good now.
So Nico O'Reilly, 5 straight starts in the league for him. He's 4.9. Dave, he's a massive differential, 0.9% selected, but 5 straight starts. He scored 30 points in the last 5 games. He's the 4th highest scoring defender in the last 5 games.
6'6", 2'5",
yeah,
11.
He's a big boy too. He's a big
games.
boy. He's quick. He's physical. He can pick a pass across the goal mouth. I like him.
And you know what else? He's taken 5 shots. Guess who also has 5 shots in the last 5 games?
Gabriel?
Dr. Goal Threat.
Dr. Goal Threat.
How about that?
Oh, man.
No, I feel like that's a...
Come on, Doctor.
I just don't... I think, like, I know we talked about...
If he scores this week, you're going to lose your mind.
I mean, Ola Aina will score before he does.
Oh, we'll get it. I'll make you do it in a second.
Okay.
No, just that like Gvardiol didn't start. Like after as good as he's been, he doesn't even make an appearance against Everton. So I mean that's not injury related. It's just rotation.
Someone has always said it's pep roulette.
Right.
You know,
it's the thing.
Unless it's Holland. Then
but I mean, I think the difference is if you spent 5.9 on Gvardiol and he doesn't start, you're like, that's like torture. If Nico O'Reilly doesn't start for 4.9, you feel way better about that. But also, I don't hate it.
That's a good pod call there, Brian. I hadn't given O'Reilly much thought, but 4.9 is an excellent call.
Definitely.
Way better than Rico Lewis at 4.9.
Just remember, too, you still have Europa League. Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest still have games tomorrow.
Brian, who is Aston Villa playing in the Europa this week?
They're playing Travis's boyhood favorite club, the Go Ahead Eagles of the Eredivisie.
The football club name is the Go Ahead Eagles.
Yeah. Give us the club history quick of Go Ahead Eagles.
This is...
Can't do it.
Brian, the famous... You kind of quizzed Travis and I pre-pod. Asked us what ex-Manchester United manager had managed.
No, I just said they were well known for giving a well-known manager his one of his first opportunities.
And Dave said Big Sam Allardyce.
No, he didn't.
No, and I said Tony Pulis.
You said Tony Dungy.
No.
You guessed.
No, I guessed Louis Van
Gaal.
That's all right. We ended up getting there.
Erik ten Hag.
But Erik ten Hag was the answer. So that's it. Just that there's still some Europa tomorrow. I don't think Aston Villa, and I don't think you're doing much with that.
What Spurs had his 0-0 draw.
Yes,
is that good for for Vicario and the Spurs defenders, or bad for their offensive players not scoring?
I think it's just bad for their offense.
Is that bad for Kudu's owners?
Yeah, because Thomas Frank talked about that. Because he said, he talked like Wilson Odebear had like the most. He had the most,
which he started this past week.
Right. and he talked about him. He was a little bit more creative, a little bit more threatening as far as their attackers went, but they still didn't do anything. And Thomas Frank specifically talked about Kudus basically playing every minute that's been available and just saying like
he's gonna rest.
He said the reporter asked him after the match today if it was because he's hinted that it was basically there was might be a lack of effort, that there was the possibility, like the reporter asking if it was a lack of effort.
Oh.
But he said essentially like basically we weren't giving enough in this game, and I kind of will have to take a look at it. But he talked about that. He just said like, even our guy who's been the best at that has played a ton. So the game against Aston Villa was difficult, and they still managed to eke out 0-0 today. So I don't know. I have Richarlison. I still have Van de Ven. Anybody with one of the midfielders, Kudus, or I don't think anybody has Brennan Johnson anymore, or Simone's. But I just think there isn't. Who is it? Romero's hurt. Like he was out with an injury. He also didn't play today. So the guys that you were considering, like that's the weird thing with Spurs. Like for those first like 5 games, they were just rolling.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, which 3 are we gonna get? And then all of a sudden, it's like can't do anything. They drew 2-2 against Brighton, and they haven't really managed to find some. They just.
I'm hoping as a Vicario owner.
Yeah.
And just been stuck in this peril of my goalkeepers.
Their fixtures aren't great.
I know.
And that's the thing about them.
Well, I'm hoping for the Dice resurgence, and Matt Sells I can throw back in there.
Yeah. Well, everybody wants that.
I just hate using transfers for goalkeepers.
Of course.
Yeah, it does stink. Unless it's a wild card. Yeah, that's no fun.
Well, that doesn't count. Just a regular weekly transfer.
Is that what numerical advantage was? Was everything we just talked about, I hope?
Yeah, all the extra stats that weren't Champions League related.
Well, no, there's others like the Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace numbers were a big deal. Right. What I was going to say is we were like Mateta is one of your top scoring players last week. I think everybody has to consider that.
It's just I just don't want him this week.
Well, no, but I mean, if you're not an Arsenal homer, or like that, I wish I had talked myself into it harder going into Bournemouth.
We talked about it. Right. We talked about it a bunch last week
on the pod. That
didn't make it out. That will be published.
Yeah,
we made a bunch of good calls, and by we I mean mostly Brian. But Dave and I agreed with all of them. Bottom line is, Mateta was a great pick for last week. Brian said he was. You just didn't know it.
Instead of thinking I should wait until they were done with Arsenal, I should have said, screw it, I'm getting him in now.
Just get him now.
He took 11.
What's he going to do against Arsenal, Brian?
He tucked his shirt in. I bet you he tucks his shirt in.
He took 11 shots against Bournemouth.
Wow.
11. They were not playing against 10 men. It was a fully stocked Bournemouth team.
He plays for a different team.
Palace is a tough
different
nut to crack, man. They are awesome.
He had 6 big chances this week. He should have had 4 goals at least.
Maybe even more.
There are only 6 players in the league who have 6 or more big chances, period. Like I don't understand whatever this is that is happening with them.
How does Palace and United, how are they even on points in the table? How is that possible? I feel like Palace has been playing so well.
Can we talk about United? I don't want to, but I think you've mentioned them a couple times.
Before we do that, I just want you guys to want you to say it out loud so that it was known, even though the last pod didn't go out. But who was the top scoring player for game week 8? Who scored the most points
Haaland?
Of any player in game week 8? It is not Haaland. Mateta had a hat trick.
Munoz?
Mateta had a hat trick and was not the highest scoring player.
Mateta didn't have a hat trick.
Yes, he did.
I thought he scored 2 goals.
And then they get the penalty, at the end.
And he missed an open header that would have won the game 4-3 for them at the very end.
He was super mad. He was, even after the game, he's like, I don't care that I got a hat trick. I should have scored that last goal. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
No, it was not Daniel Munoz either. And Munoz had a great game.
I had a weird mental picture that game was 2-2, and obviously still a draw. I did not, but I
you didn't stick around to the end.
Yeah. Wow.
The highest scoring player for the game week last week was Reece James. Reece James finished with an 18.
Who?
And
was that before or after he got hurt?
He didn't get hurt.
You sure?
Well,
90 minutes.
Then he'll get hurt this week.
I just would like to point out that Reece James specifically has said he credited the team, the people behind the scenes. He said they know who they are, and just said, I've never felt better. I have so many people helping me here, and like I cannot couldn't praise them enough for what they've done for him. He's featured in today.
He's played 4 games, Brian.
Today was the first game that he did not play in either the league or the Champions League for Chelsea this season. He's featured in every game.
He's played in 4 straight Premier League games.
So the joke on Reece James was, what are you going to do, buy Reece James?
And I know. That's exactly what you guys said, and I bullied myself with you bullying me. I also bullied myself into not getting him. And I
wanted to.
Yeah, well now it's too late. I mean that's an
Is it though?
That's
it's
an
5-4.
Yeah.
That's an 18-pointer. I just think that was as bad of a miss after sitting there and saying, like, I want to believe this. And there were numbers behind it.
You used the words, I love Reece James.
I do love Reece James. He's the second most transferred in defender. Only Gabriel's transferred in more for the game week.
Call him by his real name, full name.
It's Master Goal Threat Master.
Hey, it's worth mentioning. Well, he's young. He scored. He started for Chelsea as a defender.
I know who you're
Brian,
gonna
help
say.
me with his name. Achiampong?
Yeah.
Achiampong?
Yeah, Achiampong.
Achiampong.
Yeah, Josh.
Let's call him
He's
Josh.
He's one of their young talents, and he's cheap.
He started the last 2 games.
Yep.
Played in the last 3. Who is he starting in place of? Fofana?
Who had an assist, at least one assist today.
Right?
I thought Fofana was done. I thought he was the one who's done.
He doesn't even have a triangle by his name.
He had an assist today.
I should be up on Chelsea defenders. Colwill.
Oh, it's Levi Colwill.
It's Levi Colwill is who you're thinking of.
He's the one who's out for
unknown. Yeah, anterior cruciate ligament.
Right, he's done for the season.
Batashile, he has expected back December 3rd. Fofana, no triangle.
Yeah, then he's I don't know, and I that's the thing.
The reason why I bring up Achiampong, obviously he scored, so that's going to catch people's attention. Chelsea, as you have already mentioned, have a very nice schedule going forward.
This is as good of a schedule as you're going to get.
Achiampong is 3.9.
Yes.
So that's why I'm bringing it up. If I would have paid a little bit more attention to that, if I wouldn't have made pre-pod transfers,
Which we both said was dumb.
Yeah. I brought in Mukalele for Sunderland because I needed a playing, somewhat productive, cheap defender.
Yeah.
And who knows, he might end up being the better pick, but Achiampong would have given me something to consider. It would have saved me 1/10 of a pound dollar. Mukalele 4.0, Achiampong 3.0.
Oh, you got him at 4.0?
I did get him at 4.0.
Okay, so
I got him before he went up.
The price.
So that's another reason why I did an early move, is because I saw he was going to go up, and I'm like, well, let's give this a roll. Not someone I'm going to be relying on every week, but Tarkowski was doing nothing for me, and I made a significant amount of money there, 1.5, getting rid of Tarkowski to Mukalele. So
yeah, that's a smart move.
Well, let's move on to our next segment because we are now well over an hour.
We can wrap this up in 10 minutes.
There were so many big performances like that. I can't believe, I don't know what year it is, but my 2 favorite transfers are the guys I'm seriously thinking are it's Danny Welbeck and Reece James. I feel like it's
you believe in Welbs?
I do believe in Welbs. Welbeck, another brace this week.
6.3.
I see that I know that they're going to rotate him. I totally understand that. And I'm saying
his last 3 games, the only games he's done anything, 11, 1, and 13. So last 2 out of 3.
Right.
And 11 and a 13.
And I'm saying he got a brace. Part of that was a brace off the bench in 22 minutes or something like that when they beat
23
Chelsea.
minutes,
23 minutes. There you go. Okay. I knew it was in the 20s.
Yep.
But either way, like, I get that it could be Reuter starting as a up front.
Are you really considering that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
The reason why Brighton has as good of it's the same thing. Brighton has as good of a schedule as anybody else does for the foreseeable future. Like, to me, at Manchester United, home against Leeds, at Crystal Palace, like, now that's not also a derby.
Not gray.
It's a derby. There's always goals in the M23 derby, and you know it.
You're like a aficionado of them.
I hate. Brian milks it because he knows I hate it so much.
It's like the third longest running derby in the world.
I just don't understand why he poo-poos on people's culture.
It is the crappiest made up derby that there is.
They're separated by a road.
They're not even close. It's probably like a 2-hour drive.
At Manchester United. The amazing thing about Manchester United, this could be a lead-in at some point to to when you talk about Liverpool. What a game that was. Is that Manchester United is one of the highest XG attacking teams.
You mentioned that earlier in the pod.
But they are a bottom 4 XG against defense. You want to target a fixture for attack on both sides?
Yeah.
Target Manchester United right this second.
That's so bizarre.
I don't know if Lamans is going to change that.
He was pretty good against
Liverpool. A competent goalkeeper.
He was pretty good against
could change
Liverpool.
that for them. But either way, but it's at United, home Leeds, at Palace, home Brentford, at Nottingham Forest, home Villa, home West Ham. The next, to me, I'm saying Brighton is a top 7 attack in the league by all statistics.
What about
so
Reuter,
far.
though?
He's going to start sometimes. He can play the 9. That has been the thing.
Well, no, not starting in place of Welbeck. I guess
he can though.
Would he? Is he listed as he's listed as a midfielder?
No,
right?
Yes, he's listed as a midfielder.
Right.
So that's the thing. Minta is the guy. Like, if you were going to pick, to me, that I still feel that way about Minta, is that he would be the guy he's still 6. I feel like he's to me, he still feels like a bargain. And also a guy who hasn't had like overwhelming returns. So still feels like a guy who you could get that is differential.
If you're looking for Reuter, he goes by his first name in FPL, Jorginho.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, no, I really am thinking about Welbeck. Welbeck's like the 5th highest scoring forward for the season, 6th highest scoring. He's got 31 points for the season.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, to me, it's not a crazy pick. I know where everybody's
that would
going.
never be in my radar, but usually when you mention things like this, you're usually right. So I want to be careful.
If I wanted to do 3 transfers, it could be Pedro out, Richarlison out, Mickey Van de Ven out, Mateta in, Welbeck in, Reece James in. I don't have enough. See, that's the thing. One of the other reasons why I'm so angry is that Gabriel's too expensive. I have to move. I have to move to someone I don't really want.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Right.
So that's the reason why I didn't build.
No,
my team
but that
around
makes
Gabriel.
sense because especially with Chelsea's schedule upcoming, Reece James, he has played 4 games in a row. He says he feels better than ever before.
90 minutes in a row.
Right.
I don't want him playing 90 minutes. I want him playing more. I want him to go back to this.
You want him to be
I want him in the
60s
is where I want him.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway. All right. Finish
Liverpool
up.
United, Travis.
One of the great games of this decade for sure.
Can we quickly revisit your feeling at the end of that match? It's obviously your feeling about your football club has changed since then because of today's results.
Well, not
or
really.
has it?
No, I've pretty distinctively determined that I'm now an Arsenal fan because I don't like losing. I especially don't like losing to United or Everton. It puts me in a bad mood, and affects how I treat my children. No, the match was not great. I think that was probably a fair result. Told, Liverpool just look so frail in defense, and they cannot defend to save their lives. I really dislike Kirkes. I really dislike Kirkes. I have yet to see anything this season that is remotely
giving to the team,
like, useful. Like, he just, and I said this several weeks ago, like after like week 1 or 2.
He's a liability.
He's a liability, and you can tell that his teammates don't trust him. And I actually read an article just today where, again, and I don't read a lot of what he says because he's a nut job, but Carragher literally just said the same thing this week as well. He goes, they obviously don't they obviously don't trust him. They look at him, and then they pull back and pass to somebody else. Like, it keeps happening. He's so narrow that they probably could pass to him, but it doesn't make any sense, because if he has even the slightest mistouch, he loses the ball and they go on a break. It's like, what are you even doing in that position? Because watching the match today, Robertson's playing on the touch on the sideline, right? Kirkes is 10 yards in, tucking into the middle for no good reason. Like, it just, the dude
Travis,
drives me nuts.
You and I were talking. Well, I'm not even going to bring that up. It's not worth it. But I was commenting on his intelligence. I'm like, is he just not smart?
He might be not smart.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he just can't get what he's supposed to do. And or maybe yeah. Anyways, so other than Kirkes, Trav, what else quickly?
No, I mean, honestly, it was just a bad game, a poor game. I didn't care for it.
Gakpo and Salah wildly unlucky in that game.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like
so if Gakpo
like
drains one of those that hits the post, it's a different match entirely. Like, at any point, but you can't rely on that. Right?
I think Salah had 3 big chances. Is that?
Who?
I feel like that was what
Salah also could have.
Mohamed Salah.
He could have taken a touch inside to Wirtz instead of blasting it point blank at the goalkeeper.
Yes, you're right about
at
that,
a terrible angle.
No, that was today. That was today.
No.
Oh, that was that at.
No, it happened again today.
Okay,
but it happened against United as well.
That happened at United.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Wirtz was.
It was horrebly
maybe
obvious
10 feet away from him.
League.
He just needed to square it to him, and Wirtz had a little work to do, admittedly, against United. But, geez, it's just Bottom line is, it's a team that is not clicking, and United looks like they're somewhat useful.
United's
putting
becoming slightly
performances
interesting.
together.
Look, man,
Bruno's still infuriating.
I told this either to you or my brother. I can't remember, Travis. But I said, look, and I don't even think Šeško started the game.
He
I
did
think
not.
it was Cunha.
He did
but
really play very well.
Cunha
looked good.
Yeah, he had
Bumo looked good.
Bumo, Cunha, Bruno, Šeško, Mason Mount. If you just grab those guys, like at least 3 of those are good players.
Yeah, Mount's not really in the consideration, I would say. But
he started that game, right? And Šeško didn't. And Cunha played in the 9. That's what happened against Liverpool.
Yeah, but Mount didn't do anything.
It also the Šeško not starting has provided the greatest responses from haters, including ENGE at NG on Twitter or on X, quoting I don't know how much is missing from the context of the quote, but everyone keying on Slot saying after the match, we've seen Šeško play the last 3, 4, 5, or 6 times, but they go to Liverpool, they change the lineup. That's not the first where we faced a team and they've done that. And so it was a lot of this kind of thing.
Sick and tired
Arne
Slot's
realizing
excuses.
realizing teams can change their starting 11
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was.
I don't
know if there was.
Travis, it's
I
tough
don't.
to-
He just. Here's
Slot
the thing.
says some really stupid crap in press conferences.
He
and
doesn't,
he is
though.
an
But he
excuse
doesn't.
maker.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he is.
That's bullshit. No,
No.
100% no.
What
So
I was
what you have to realize is that the guy talks more than most, and he has actually been very. He
has yet to take responsibility.
No. Let me finish.
anything.
Let me finish. First off, he has taken responsibility. You're only hearing the sound bites that are explosive because everything is getting taken out of context. And so I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no way you read what I read, right? Okay. Just like there's no way I read what you read, right? Okay. So I can tell you right now, the guy has been commented on by Roy Keane as being an eloquent and intelligent guy who takes responsibility and knows what he's talking about. Okay. He's been impressed by him. Okay, so all that to say, the guys that can be that can take criticism are the players. Slot is not the one that is taking criticism from the pundits because he is going into detail in those press conferences in ways that managers just don't do. Most managers will just say like little snippets here. The guy just talks. He's honest. Like he goes through and he's honest. He talks about the things that suck and the things that are difficult. He talks about like against Chelsea. Does he have to say one guy in particular went on the offensive break and forgot to defend? Does he have to say that? No, but that's what happened.
Sure.
That's what happened. Great. Because he's going into all that. He is more, he says more and wants to have a conversation more than most managers do. Most of them do it because they're contractually obligated to show up. He goes and he says stuff, right? Okay. He's not there to blow smoke. He's not there making excuses or lying about anything. It
definitely sounds like he's making excuses.
The sound bites make it sound like he's making excuses because they're taken out of context.
No, his words are his words.
Out of context,
when he goes,
what is an excuse out of what was said? He said, we prepared for this. They changed the lineup. That happens. We don't like, that's not saying that it's unfair.
He goes, United played a low block. And
he did not say those words.
43
he did not say those words.
Are you sure about that?
That's not what he just read.
Not in that quote.
That's why I wonder, it was like, well, I wonder, it's anytime there's a lost in translation kind of moment for the way things are happening. But I just think it was the funniest outcome is people turning it into he didn't realize, like they were as if they were only expecting.
He's got more championships than your guy, and I would say that he knows what he's doing in a lot of ways more than your guy. Okay. So I'm not over there saying your guy's making excuses for stuff, and while he's cooking barbecue at halftime.
Arn did a great job with Klopp's team last year. Okay, he did a great job with Klopp's team. If we want to go there, he did a great job. We'll see where he is in the next 5 years. We'll give him 5 years and see where he is. He probably won't even be with Liverpool.
Let's do our long-term bet on that one.
Okay, that's a great call.
Really good numbers from Andy at Let's Talk FPL. Actually, it's from Sam Dean, a different guy, but Sam Dean,
who is confuse Andy from FPL.
No, because he was the one. He was the one that shared the. He was the one that shared the table. But Sam Dean is a reporter for the Telegraph. Mo Salah in the Premier League in the last 5 seasons. He's basically gone from staying pretty consistently, goals and assists per 90 for 4 seasons. From 2021 to the end of last season, he was between 0.85 and 1.25 goals and assists per 90 for the season.
Sounds right.
This year so far, 0.51.
He also went from 28 years old to 33 years old in that time period.
For sure, it's 4 years, but it was like he went 4.33 shots per 90, 3.3, 3.7, 3.2 last season. This season so far, 1.77 shots per 90 for Salah. Just this drop off feels like unnaturally steep. Like I know lots of people.
He's had drop offs like that in the middle of the season, but usually comes out hot. He stays hot for a while, and then maybe he has a dip. But he's experienced that. He and Sadio Mane both had dips where people got hypercritical of them,
and
then they came back and they were fine. This doesn't feel like that
because he's coming off.
This doesn't feel like that.
The most amazing season last year.
And I'm saying I don't think that's what's going to happen. I'm suggesting that's that's the case, because this is very different. So
I'm saying the end of last season, there seemed like there was a reason for it, where you're like, they wrapped the league up.
Right,
essentially by the end of February. I mean, I know we were joking about it, but it felt like it was wrapped up before it was actually wrapped up.
Correct.
Well, so there just wasn't anybody challenging, really.
But, and that's exactly it.
Some truth in that.
But the end of the season, though, it
wasn't close. It was like 7 points, right?
They had it so wrapped up, they weren't reliant on him for nearly anything, and so his numbers at the end of the season, he was a sell in with 8 weeks to go, 10 weeks to go. Yeah. He was an easy an easy player to move on. This year, it was like the panic of not having him, and it just has not. I mean, those first few games where it's like, I mean, the only thing anyone talked about him is how lucky it is that he's, that there's garbage time, because that's where he was getting all of his points, and now he's not even getting that. And then you look at the drop off in touches in the penalty area. It's basically 9 per 90 for the last 4 years. This year so far, 5.19. So and then the one that to me seems the worst is dribbles, take-ons. He's gone from 42. It was 42% successful in 2021, 37% in 2022, 35% in 23. Last season, back up to 42.3% successfsul dribbles. Wow. This year, 10%.
Whoa!
So that's what I'm saying. Steep in a way where you're like,
wow, that's
I have a number of theories on this, but I will say that there's.
You said it was you were kind of backing that to the support he was getting from the right back.
Yeah, it's positioning and support from the right back that I think is affecting that the most. I think Connor Bradley is the most like Trent in terms of the movement that he makes, but ultimately Connor Bradley is much more ready to overlap than Trent was, but is high like Trent was. Difference being, though, that Trent was always dipping into the middle.
Okay.
Which drew defenders away and opened up space so that when Salah got the ball, he had room to run into. Bradley's not doing that because there's other guys in the middle. Our center has 3-4 guys in there, right? Because nobody wants to be out wide. We've tactically we are like, if you looked at heat maps, tactically we're very, very different. Positionally, even the guys who are in the same position, they are.
What do you think the cause of that is? That a change in tactics or just personnel? Was it that hey boys, we need to stay out of here because Trent's going to occupy the space? Or is it, did the guys just do that? Or is he like, Connor, I don't want you coming in here. Guys, I need you to occupy this space. Is this a tactical move or just a uncanny mental move that's happened that the players are just doing?
No, I think that the vast majority of it is that the personnel is different and therefore the instincts are different. But more than that, even the intentional tactics are attempting to play to the strengths of the new personnel. Right, and obviously that's what you're going to do especially when you have a team that's obviously not clicking and firing on all cylinders. Right, you've got guys with high expectations that are not giving you the returns that you want to see. Right, so you're going to do whatever you can to put them in a position to start giving you returns, right? And the direct result of that is that sometimes that means that those new guys got to be in the places that your other guys were in, or they got to get the ball when normally you would be forcing it out wide to Salah and giving him opportunities, right?
So you don't see it changing, probably.
I don't see it changing.
Okay.
I don't see it changing. Also interesting to note too, Salah did not start. He played like 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes.
Came off the bench.
His ownership's still 32.2%,
which is incredible. And there are hard-headed guys like your brother that are just all about it. I know
he finally sold.
I know he finally did, but there's guys even crazier than him if you can imagine it. So
I don't believe that.
I think United is a better team than their recent results have, over the course of the past couple months. I would easily
argue that United's 2 best games in their 8 this season was first game against Arsenal and then against Liverpool.
They did, they play well under that type of
Arsenal. Arsenal was lucky to get a win that day. Also, Arsenal did not deserve a win that day. I'll say that.
Also, that was a question that was asked on these seats last week of just what was the expectation for United? Are they gonna Steelers this thing, or are they gonna go after it because of the
manager being under pressure?
The importance of the game, and they rose to the occasion.
Oh yeah.
By Steelers, I mean play down to your play down.
Well, you know who bailed Amarim out? It was Harry Maguire,
right?
Old slabhead, which is
old slabhead.
The broad forehead of Harry Maguire is what the commentary actually stated.
He found a way to do it again.
No, and that's
he now has more goals in the Premier League at Anfield than Isak does.
Right, assisted by Bruno Fernandes, that's what I'm saying. Like dumb. That was we talked about that. My move last week. We debated heavily. What I did anyway, and to make the obvious switch from one of the Manchester United midfielders to an Arsenal midfielder, and
you fell asleep and never made it.
I never made the transfer at all, and no matter which of the midfielders I would have brought in from Arsenal, it would have resulted in lost points.
Yeah, Fulham put up a stiff battle.
Bumo goes for 9, Bruno goes for 8. Both of them finished with attacking returns plus bonus points.
And you got all those points.
Right, so it was a 17 combined for those two compared to what would have been either a 16 or a 15. So either way.
Fast math, yeah.
No, but I know there's a case being made for, we've talked about this. We just talked about how that attacking-wise, they are taking the most shots, or they are one of the top 3 for shots attempted every game. They have been allowing like the 3rd or 4th most shots. I think they have the 3rd or 4th worst XG against as well. So they are so far through 8 games a top 3 attack and a top 3 worst defense.
United's schedule's pretty interesting coming up. If you have Brian, I'd probably put a hold on at least Bumo and probably Bruno.
That's the thing. I didn't feel in any way like if I had to pick one, I'm not sure what I would
probably
do.
Keep Bumo.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Right, and he's cheaper, and that was the big thing, was that because of the price difference, moving Bruno on to somebody else. Even another penalty taker.
It does make me a little nervous. Like, I own Saka and Eze, and I don't feel great about it. And if it wasn't for the Palace game, I probably would have already moved Eze on, probably, at the moment.
Like, I think...
I just don't love owning 2 midfielders in the same team.
It's weird to say it, and I don't have numbers to back this up, but just my sense of it was that Iliman Ndiaye from Everton feels like he has... at least the way the games have gone so far, it feels like he has a similar point threshold. I don't want to say ceiling, because Bruno's ceiling is high. I think historically he's shown that he's pretty easily capable of double digits. Everton doesn't feel like they have big scores in them team-wise, but Ndiaye still feels like a guy who...
If they're going to score, it's going to be him.
If he gets us, if they get a return, he'll be involved somehow, and he seems like he could easily get you an 8 any week, like regardless of opponent. So, and by the way, he looked amazing. Like in real life performance, he was unbelievable against Manchester City, and so that was a guy. Like if I was going to switch, like you could move from Bruno. Bruno dropped in price, which is crazy. I mean, he went down to 8.9, but sending him out, like, that's 2.4 difference to go down to Ndiaye, but I don't know. There are a bunch of guys who kind of fit that, could fit in that space, including the Arsenal guys. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Still, given the schedule, could easily make that switch, but it was just. I mean, it feels like you were in panic, real panic. Like our Liverpool was feeling like.
Oh no, they had to have a win.
Three losses in a row was like.
Well, but three losses in the league is unheard of for Liverpool.
Four losses hadn't happened in like 74 years or something like that.
And that was all comps, right? But 3 in the league, 4 because they had lost to Galatasaray. Crazy.
Right. Yeah.
At Galatasaray, but that was a wild game.
Wild like that.
Yeah, there's no way in the world you're losing this week.
Oh, rather, it wasn't 4. It was 5. They hadn't lost 5 in a row, all comps, in 74 years.
Well, then again, though, at Brentford.
No, come on. I would say the same thing I told my brother.
They won today, so that they can't hit that, but they could lose again. I mean, they're definitely capable of losing.
Guys, come
on.
And
to that end, I mean,
way.
I
would bet
the season isn't over. It's a long season.
I know,
but I don't think that they have a strong shout at winning any competition at this point.
You
right?
would love to see.
I want to see
some more consistency.
I want to see the team start to look like a team instead of the disjointed mess that
I agree with that.
Right? That's what I'm shifting my expectation to. We're gonna compete. To holy crap! I wish Diaz was still on our team, but he's not. So we got to figure this out, and I want to see us figure it out. Secure Champions League place, and be ready to go next season.
Yeah,
we're still probably two defenders away from being ready to challenge again. Truthfully, because our defense is so old and struggling so much.
But it's not Konate and Virgil. I mean, Virgil hasn't been great, but
Virgil
was bad.
was poor against United. He was poor against United.
He misplayed the Bumo goal. I think he was slightly out of position.
Yeah, and part of that did have to do with the fact that he had just blown up his own guy and his head was bleeding.
Right.
And they had to put a sock on it.
But anyways, my point being is I think he was out of position because he had ended up hitting McAllister.
He was way out of position.
Anyways,
he should not have been that high.
It's even the best make a mistake every now and then again, and he has been the best for at least the last 5 years. Period.
At least in the Premier League, probably.
Yeah.
But
I would put him up against anyone in the world. But now Gabriel might have that tag, Brian.
Well, with his goal threat, definitely.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Let's jump. Listen, I feel like there's a crap ton we didn't cover. There's a whole lot of names we did not cover.
Yeah, most.
We're long here. Let's jump to night moves, and we'll try to recoup what we missed next week. Travis, you want to go first?
No moves. Holland's still the captain.
So banking the transfer.
Yeah, I need to bank. I got a bunch of cleanup to do.
I do wonder what at Villa looks like right now.
Villa, it's a really valid point. Do you have the guts to not captain Holland with the heater that he's been on?
No, I feel like you have to.
Do you, Brian?
Who's the alternative?
I don't know that.
Holland's coming off
how fast can
6 games of 9-13, 9-16, 8-13.
No, he's unbelievable.
It's definitely been every other.
I'm saying
he scores more at home.
How fast does Sean Dyche turn around Nottingham Forest? Semenyo home to Nottingham Forest is
Nah,
he's already had games.
Don't bet against the new manager bump.
So
don't bet against
the
new manager bump.
The change in manager is going to be way easier for a Forest team if Dyche manages more like Nuno did when Forest felt comfortable, as opposed to Ange, who came in and was completely doing opposite things that Nuno was doing. Dyche is going to be more defensive like Nuno was. I think Forest will easily be able to adapt back to what they were doing with Nuno, as opposed to having a greater change. That's my opinion.
I agree in principle that Dyche is more like Nuno, but I think I disagree that Nuno and Dyche are similar in their defensive.
Dyche is definitely more defensive.
Yeah, no question. I think it's selling Nuno a little bit short, though. I think Nuno's teams that were defensively solid, but they were not drop deep and defend type teams. They were still pretty expansive still, while defending well. So all that to say, I don't know that Forest has the type of bruisers that Dyche would be looking for to do that low block and hit everybody
Douglas
on the break.
Luiz and Elliot Anderson in there just to clog up the middle.
No.
I don't even know if Douglas Luiz has played a match
He's
yet.
going to start Chris Wood at center back.
I mean, that's the type of guy he's
he
looking
would.
for.
All right. I can't not Captain Holland. It's I mean, come on. It's so lame, but it's true. And then
What moves did you make? You said you did pre-pod, but what did you make?
I sent Tarkowski out, Mukulele in.
Oh, yeah.
And I sent out Pedro for Voltamade. So I have 1.8 in the bank. I would love to bring in Ismail Yassar and Mateta into my team and have three Palace players. I'm definitely not doing it this week against Arsenal, against the best defensive team in the world at the moment. Travis, that might be true. That might be true.
I don't have stats in front of me. I'm not going to dispute it.
That might be true.
It's plausible, so I'm going to leave it
0
alone.
goals scored against them in the Champions League.
And when you have a goal-scoring Colossus like Gabriel.
And 3 goals scored against in the Premier League. They've had 3 goals scored against them in 15 to 16 matches this season.
All he has to do is stand there in either box, and the ball naturally
12.
just hits him.
12 matches. Forgive me, 12 matches.
On the defensive end, it bounces out.
You got 3 transfers. What are you doing?
Good call, Travis.
Richarlison
Someone
can
hit
go.
2 hours.
Van de Ven, I feel like, can go. Reinders can go. And Joao Pedro can go. So I have 4 players that I am completely satisfied moving on. I'm not sure which.
Are you going to bring James in? That's all I really want to know.
You have to. Travis, he said
after that whole big thing, are you going to bring James in?
I mean,
you're supposed to be doing what he says.
Yeah, but I'm not making a transfer this week. So
all right.
If I was making a transfer, it'd be one that he told me to do.
All right.
I still like the move. I
just stop.
I probably. Look, I mean, hey, what I was going to ask you is would you make a case? Because I think I could do
5-4.
Would you dare make 3 of your 5 defenders Gabriel, Timber, and Calafiori?
On the surface, it sounds silly.
That's expensive.
On the surface,
really
it sounds
expensive.
silly, but
that's really expensive.
But if there's going to be a season where you would do it, at least with what's happened so far, it wouldn't be crazy.
I don't know if I would care when Lewis Skelly gets his 1 start.
Well, so Lewis Kelly's been starting in Champions League. So
that's what I mean.
Calafiori
didn't even play a minute.
No, he's starting absolutely 100% in the league.
Right. So that's why, to me, barring injury, where are the 3 of the? There are already 3 of the top 5 scoring defenders right now.
Right.
Who cares? Saka who?
Oh.
Gyökeres who?
Oh yeah.
Never heard of it.
Declan Rice who? I don't care. I'll get
I
more points for the season.
I definitely would own
from those
2
3
if
guys.
I could do it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And
I
most
would probably
everybody,
own 2.
I think the template shifted to Timber Gabriel. Again, I still feel like that could change. All it will take is a return. Calafiori scored early, by the way, in that last game for you.
A great goal.
On an offside, though.
So a hair of a goal.
Not
hair
a goal.
Of an offside.
As Travis would normally
That's true.
say.
He's right.
But still, either way, he was the first one to put the ball in the net. And for a second there, I was thinking.
All Arsenal fans are talking about is Miles Skelly and his performance against Atletico Madrid. I expect a big game out of Calafiori.
Okay.
We'll see.
I'm just like, to me, that is like the least crazy way to arrange your defense, period.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, that is so expensive.
But if you're not owning like a Saka, then you're not spending. And Palmer's out. Like, there's not a whole lot of midfilders sucking up money.
I don't hate the move.
Yeah, but Haaland is.
I do like the schedule. I'm not feeling any rush to go to an Arsenal defender this week.
No, that's fair.
Not against Crystal Palace.
So I know everybody wants to get Gabriel in, with the goal threat and all. But
Brian, if he scores this week, there's going to be some, as they say, egg on your face, which will be hilarious.
Never.
That is true. If he does score, that would be 3
I'm not predicting it.
That
I'm
would be
just saying.
3 games in a row, which would be
Unprecedented.
That would be unprecedented even for someone as great as him. I honestly don't know which guy, because I don't feel like there's any pressing reason to get rid of
Are you
Joao
not
Pedro.
captaining Holland?
This is a week to do it. There are some other options, but I'm probably still going to cave and do it anyway.
An interesting wild card captain for me might be Cucurella, home to Sunderland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that sounds crazy.
Sunderland has been finding goals.
That might be. I know, but it's a home game for City or for Chelsea. City's away. Holland. Look at his last 6 or 7 games. Holland away does not score as much as he does at home. That's just the stats. I don't make them up.
And Ezri Konsa is a man mountain. So,
all right, gentlemen, well done. Hey, we missed a lot, but we covered a lot as well. Brian had his best rant of all time. Travis said things he might regret later.
No.
And
in 5 years, maybe.
And we had some nonsense along with that as well. For the FPL America podcast, this is David Smith. Until next time.